the Pushpaka Vimana reached the village of Nandigrama. Rama, Rama was the name which was on the lips of everyone assembled there, and it reached the skies, and it was heard by Rama who was in the Vimana. Bharata stood with his palms folded, and his eyes were raised aloft. He could see Rama in the Vimana, and from the earth he saluted his brother who was in the skies. The next moment the Vimana touched the ground. Bharata rushed to Rama, fell on the ground and prostrated before him. Again and again he prostrated, and Rama took him on his lap, and he looked at him with his eyes full of love. It was 14 years since the brothers had parted, and the reunion was tender. Bharata greeted Lakshmana and saluted Sita, saying, Abhivadaye, 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 announcing himself to them all. He met Sugriva and Jambavan and all the heroes of the Vanara army. Bharata said, Sugriva, you are also one of us. Friendship is proved by the assistance rendered, and you are our greatest friend. He then turned to Vibhishana and said, My Lord Rama was able to accomplish the impossible with your help, and we are deeply indebted to you. Shatrughna greeted his brothers, even as Bharata did, and Rama went to the presence of his mother. He fell at her feet, and clasping them in his hands, he placed his head over them. His tears washed her feet. After saluting Sumitra and Gaigai, Rama went to Vasishta, his guru, and prostrated before him. All the men of Ayodhya stood watching Rama with Sita and Lakshmana. They were so thrilled that Rama had come back to them, and they could not speak for joy. Bharata took the sandals in his hands and went to Rama. He placed Rama's feet in them and said, O king, these sandals have been guarded by me for your sake, and I have now returned them to you, and with them your kingdom. I feel that I have not lived in vain, since my desire has been fulfilled. Please look into the treasury, the granary, the army, and the city. By your grace and blessings, I have increased them tenfold. Those around were thrilled to see so much devotion. Rama, taking Bharata and others with him, entered the Pushpaka and went to the ashram of Bharata. He turned his eyes on the Vimana and said, I wish that you go back to Kubera who once owned you. I grant you leave to go. Glorious Pushpaka rose in the sky and travelled fast towards the north, the direction of the home of the Devas. Rama saluted his guru even as Indra, his guru Brihaspati, and he sat near him. Bharata came to his presence and said, My mother's name does not bear a taint any longer. This kingdom has been left by you in my charge, and I give it back to you. I have guarded it carefully. It was a great burden which I had been asked to bear. I am unable to do it. My trying to rule when you should have was like a donkey trying to walk like a horse, or like a crow trying to imitate the gait of the swan. Please allow me to perform your coronation. Let the world see you glowing like the noonday sun. Rule the earth as long as the sun and the moon move in the orbits, as long as there are people living in this world. Rama accepted the plea of Bharata and agreed to rule the kingdom. Shatrughna and Bharata had made arrangements for the matted locks of Rama to be removed and those of Lakshmana. They got rid of their own tangled locks too, and they all bathed in the sacred river. There were silks and ornaments and smeared sandalwood paste on their long and beautiful arms. Sita was dressed with loving hands by the mothers of the princes. Kaushalya, in her affection for Rama, dressed the hair of the wives of the Vanaras. Sumantara brought the chariot and placed it near the entrance to the ashrama. Rama ascended the chariot. The Vanara army, led by Sugriva and Hanuman, accompanied the army from Ayodhya. The ministers of the king, led by Ashoka and Vijaya, went to the presence of Vasishta and requested him to take charge of the coronation of Rama. The entire crowd began its journey towards Ayodhya. Rama was seated in the chariot, and Bharata held the reins of the horses in his hands. Vibhishana held a chamara in his hand, Lakshmana held the other chamara, and Shatrughna held the white umbrella. Grand procession was on its way to Ayodhya. The celestials assembled in the skies to watch the great event. Shatrunjaya, the favorite elephant of Rama, came to receive him, and Sugriva was asked to seat himself on it. Surrounded by the many noble and great people of the court, Rama appeared like the moon, surrounded by the lesser luminaries in the sky. Musicians were there, and the path was strewn with flowers. Beautiful cows were led in front of the chariot, and Vedic hymns were chanted. Rama was talking to the ministers of the court, the old men who had been with his father. They were with him in the chariot. They told him about the events during the 14 years and about the friendship they had formed with Sugriva and Vibhishana. He spoke of the valor of Hanuman and his divine attributes. Soon they were in Ayodhya. Rama was looking at his beloved city as though he had never seen it before. His eyes were filled with tears of joy, and soon he arrived at the palace of his father. Rama descended from his chariot and entered the palace. After paying respect to all the elders, Rama said, "Child Bharata, let Sugriva reside in my palace." Bharata took Sugriva to the palace of Rama. Sugriva then sent his Vanaras to the sea to fill up the pots of gold with waters of the sea. The preparations for the coronation were completed. Vasishta made Rama sit on the jewelled throne with Sita by his side. Vasishta, Vamadeva, Jabali, Kashyapa, Katyayana, Gautama and Vinaya poured the sacred waters. With the help of the Ritviks and the Brahmins, the coronation bath was given to Rama. Shatrughna held the beautiful white umbrella, and Sugriva held in his hand the chamara. Vibhishana took the other chamara in his hand. Indra had sent a garland of lotuses from the heavens, and Vayu brought it. A necklace of pearls was also given by Indra. Devas came down to the earth. The Apsaras danced. The earth was smiling with joy, and the trees were laden with flowers and fruits. Rama gave away horses and cows as gifts to many Brahmins. To Sugriva he gave a golden necklace set with gems, and he with his own hands decorated the strong arms of Angada with golden bracelets. Sita took out a glorious necklace from a beautiful neck and looked round at the Vanaras and at her Rama. Rama understood what she was thinking and said, "Give it to one whom you consider to be all that a man should be. He should have the divine gifts. He should have perseverance, fame, truthfulness, skill, courtesy, forethought, prowess, the capacity to subdue enemies, and a good intellect. Look around you, Sita, and you give the necklace to one who you think possesses all these qualities." One guess now. Who could Sita have given this necklace to? Anybody? I know you'll all say who. It's very easy to find out if you read the Ramayan carefully. Sita promptly gave it to Hanuman, and he wore it round his neck, looking like a mountain top which has a plume of white cloud on it. All the Vanaras were given gifts by Rama. The coronation had come to a glorious end, and Sugriva and his army with Hanuman took leave of Rama and went back to Kishkinda. Vibhishana went back to Lanka after having acquired the wealth of his ancestors. Rama said, "Lakshmana, rule this ancient kingdom with me. Be my equal, and let me crown you as the Yuvraj." Though he was persuaded in many ways, Lakshmana refused to accept it, and Rama therefore had to crown Bharata as the Yuvraj. Rama performed the Ashwamedha and several other yagas, and he ruled the world as his father had done before him. He upheld the fame of the Ikshvakus and the rays of the sun. When Rama ruled the earth, women were happy, since none of them lost their husbands. Wild animals did not trouble the citizens. There was no disease which prevailed during the reign of Rama. There was no theft, and no one died an untimely death. Everyone was happy. All were righteous in their thoughts, words and deeds. Ram Rajya has ever since then become the word which indicates perfect happiness and absolute happiness for the people. For the people, mind you, not for the rulers only. Trees were never barren, and Pajanya reigned in time to feed the crops. There was no avarice and no discontent when Rama ruled the world. The people were all good, God-fearing, and ever inclined to follow the path of Dharma. Everyone was happy, and there was nothing but prosperity in the country when Rama ruled the earth. And that is the definition of Rama Rajya.